From the Super Bowl to the Masters, our next guest is betting big that high-end consumers will want to take in those marquee sporting events in style. So much so that he's partnered with two betting powerhouses to truly up the ante on the experience of attending the big game. Joining me now in a CNBC exclusive, Real SLX founder and chairman, Kenny Dichter. It's good to see you again. Welcome to our show.
Super grateful to be here. Thank you.
So this is a sports and lifestyle club, right?
Sports, lifestyle, and entertainment club. A membership.
What does the membership cost?
It doesn't cost. If you engage with our platforms, and again, the best clients on their platforms are going to be able to work into our events and again, we're just looking forward to taking care of these people.
You're just looking forward to being, in essence, I guess, a high-touch membership group where the same kinds of clients you had, whether it was with Wheels Up, which you're founder, obviously, and prior to that, Marquee, right?
Yes.
So you're used to dealing with high-end clientele. You're used to probably transporting them to these sporting events, so now you're just trying to make it even more high-touch of an experience?
And at the end of the day, we're curating. Why did we choose FanDuel, part of Flutter, the leader in the world as it relates to experience, as it relates to technology, and why did we choose BetMGM? The partnership between MGM Resorts and Entain gives us physicality in Vegas, and a lot of our stuff, Scott, is physical.
Who's your target market? I mean, how would you describe from here forward who you go after?
Well, in the aviation business, the TAM was 500 to 1,000 people and businesses. The TAM for Real is 20 times that. When you think about the wealth distribution in our country, there's 21.95 millionaires in the country. All of them are folks that we think we can provide some great services for and some incredible partnerships, too.
Give me an idea of, I mentioned just at the outset, Super Bowl, Masters. What else are we talking about here?
Well, I'll tell you, really exciting, women's Final Four. So we had a choice, men's or women's. We looked at the ratings, and the women outrated the men last year.
Yeah.
And we're going down to Tampa. We have a commitment from Rayos, our big partner there, to come down with us, and we're going to put an amazing event on down in Tampa for Women's Final Four. You go to Ryder Cup, U.S. Open tennis, Augusta week, tournament week down in Augusta. We're going to be there for all of them.
It's funny you say that because now you got me thinking. So you've done a lot of private events, right? Have you been at a premier women's event before? And if not, what have you witnessed about the evolution in popularity that we've seen? Obviously enough so that you're going to the women's Final Four, but more broadly speaking, you've been to all these sporting events to begin with. There's a movement happening.
By the way, dad of 3 girls, I was at Taylor Swift this week, and you want to know about an event with a powerful woman. You think about women's sports, you think about women in entertainment. The trend is your friend there, Scott. And I'm going to follow the value of the franchises. The women's franchises are, they're rising along with the men's franchises, all driven by your business, TV rights.
How would you assess, because you have sort of boots on the ground view, the experience economy in general? How does that look to you right now?
I'll give you my business model. Dr. Maya Angelou, it's not what you do, it's not what you say, it's how you make people feel. It's not the goods anymore. It's the experience. It's the social media post. It's going out and doing things. I think this is a little bit of a reverb from the COVID. Everybody's inside. But bigger than that, I think people are really valuing their life by the memories they create, the relationships they have. And there's no capital like relationship capital. So, we're going to provide that.
I mean, because, I don't know, a few years ago, we had, the way we looked at, retail-related stocks or different sort of experiential investing, it was all about that, right? People didn't want sort of tangible things so much. They wanted to have experiences after being kept in their houses for, the duration or at least a fair amount of the pandemic. What you're suggesting to me is that that's in no danger of slowing down.
Not only no danger, if you take sports, which is a big piece of what we're doing, and you take the experience economy and you cross those two, I think live sports is one of the only unifiers, or live entertainment. People have an innate desire to assemble, and if you cross those two, I think that there is not only a trend, but it's a macro trend. This is 20, 30, 40, 50 years.
Let me ask you, how does your business make money then? If it's not a membership fee, how does it all work?
So we have relationships with our partners. For example, you and I talked about the Four Seasons. We were recently tapped by the Four Seasons and the Ritz-Carlton Reserve brand to work on a project in Belize, their first private island, Four Seasons, Cape Chapel, and Nauca on the west coast of Mexico, right a half hour north of Point Amita. If we introduce or do events down at their places, there's capital to make. So that's really how we're going to work this. And at the end of the day, I think that people appreciate that if they want to use one of these platform partners, that there's a way for them to get access to our program, our platform.
All right, well, good luck with the new business. Marketer extraordinaire, ladies and gentlemen, Kenny Dichter. It's good to see you.